Hey guys, welcome to the show. And what is that show called? It's Hot Joe and the Ranko Show, and this is episode 10. We made it to 10, everybody. What's up, camera 2? You made it, buddy. Good to see you. Let's have a little coffee. Oh, it's January 28th. It's 33 degrees today. It's a little overcast out there. It's a little chilly. Let's talk about the show real quick. I want to ask you, the viewer out there, how often should I do this podcast? I love doing it every day, but I'm not going to be able to do it every day just with work and stuff like that. But I'm thinking to switch to like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments. Go on the Ranko Facebook page, or you should be subscribed to this channel. Make a comment down there, and that'll be awesome. Also, I have one confirmed weekend show guest, and then I talked to another one, and he said he would do it. So I'm excited, but we just got to figure out a time. And of course, the weekend shows will not be all the time. Those will just be, as I get a guest or whatever. All right. So, enough about that. Let's move on with the show. All right. So today the show is about the thirst for knowledge. I love learning. I've always loved learning since I was a little kid. I've just always, my mind just constantly, I love working on things, deconstructing things, figuring out how they work, putting them back together, all that kind of stuff. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad had had two telephones that he was throwing away. One was like from his office, and then one was a home phone. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, can I have those?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure. Don't burn the house down." And so I took the two phones. One was rotary, one was push button. Rotary, kids, you actually put your finger in. Never mind. Just Google it. It's fine. And so I took the two phones. Excuse me. And I was, excuse me. It's early. I took the two phones and I screwed them to a wooden board, and then I had it set up where you could answer the phone with either one of the headsets, or you could dial it with either the touch tone or with the rotary dial. How do you like my sweet Batman shirt? I know, it's good, right? And so I love doing stuff like that. So, I plugged the phone in and tested it, and a friend of mine was over at the house, and we could both pick up the receivers, and it was hilarious. Anyway, that's kind of what got me started in doing that. And then, of course, I built a business out of it and much later in life, and home improvement and all that kind of stuff. But, YouTube is a great way to learn stuff. And what this all boils down to for me is the hobbies and the things I'm involved in. I love learning about new things and getting involved in new things, just like this podcast. I mean, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So I just go in and, my girlfriend always laughs about that kind of stuff. Whenever I get into a new hobby, she's like, "Oh crap, here it comes." But, it's funny. My brain always, likes to learn and stuff. And I think as you get older, it's getting hobbies and learning how to do things is very important to keep your mental capacity going. Like, I work on a iMac to do all the videos and podcasting and everything. But for my business, I use a HP, Windows-based system. And so I like using both of them because it helps me remember those systems and how they work, as opposed to getting stuck into one and then not being able to kind of go back and forth. It's funny. I've had numerous friends and people over time call me a Renaissance man. And I was like, I know basically what the concept was, but not exactly. And so I decided to make sure I had the definition. So Renaissance man, broad knowledge of many things in different fields, deep knowledge, skill in one area, able to link information from different areas, disciplines to create a new knowledge. The Greek ideal of the well-rounded man was the heart of the Renaissance education. So, yeah, cool. I'm okay with being a Renaissance man. That sounds fun. Let's see here. All right. So, had to check something on my computer. So actually, it was funny. The Nashville Scene did an article on me called "The Renaissance Man." There's a picture of me on my sidecar motorcycle with a drum kit behind me and some of my metal art and stuff that I used to do, which I may get back into metal art welding. I love doing that. It was a lot of fun. So I thought I would list a few of my hobbies just for those of you out there who wonder what I do. So I had to write them down, and I'm sure this isn't all of them, but there's ones I could think of off the top of my head. Keeping bees, brewing beer, growing my own hops for my beer, flying drones and remote control planes, drumming, skateboarding, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, podcasting, camping and glamping, fishing, welding, creating art, adventure motorcycle riding, disc golf, and collecting and smoking pipes. Currently, that's one of my new things, and podcasting is one of my newest things. So I would just encourage people, if there's a hobby that you want to do but you're a little bit afraid of it, trust me, before I kept bees, I didn't know anything about bees except that they're bees and they fly around and make honey and stuff. I didn't know that only female bees can sting you. The male bees don't have a stinger. The female bees do all the work. All the male bees do is mate with the queen and eat honey. Sounds like a pretty sweet life, actually, but I didn't know anything about that. It's like brewing beer. I didn't know anything about brewing beer. I had a bunch of friends who got me into that, and then on top of that, I wanted to grow my own hops for that, right? The welding thing came out of necessity. I was rebuilding an old Willys Jeep, and I was paying somebody to weld, and I thought, well, this is stupid. I could buy a welder and just learn how to weld. And so I would encourage you, if there's a hobby you want to do, get passionate about it and do it today. Don't wait. I mean, just get into it. It's not a big deal. If you want to be in photography or art or whatever it is, get out there and get online. Figure out what's the steps. What kind of equipment do I need? How do I get involved in this? There's so many people that, they'll say, "Oh, I'd love to do that," but well, then do it. What's stopping you? Just do it. Get into it in small scale a little bit. Find out if it's something you like. I always tell people, if you're going to get into a hobby, maybe don't go out and buy the most expensive equipment in the world. I mean, like this mic right here is $100. Okay. There's microphones that are thousands of dollars. I think this mic sounds pretty good. Hey, what's going on? But you don't have to spend a ton of money to get into certain things. But I would challenge you, if there's hobbies you want, write it down. Figure out how you get there. Figure out, what do I look at to achieve this thing? Because hobbies are great. I mean, that's where I go to decompress and unwind. And even something as simple as smoking a pipe. I mean, this thing teaches you. I'm gonna do a pipe review of all my pipes at one point. Won't be interesting to everybody, but some people will enjoy it. This is something that teaches you patience. Okay. When you fire up a pipe and you go outside and smoke it and just chill out, it's a process. Hobbies are great like that. They, whether you like photography out in nature or you do whatever. I love playing disc golf. I haven't played in a while because I had hernia surgery. So you don't really want to be ripping discs, when you're trying to heal, but that's a great one to get out and you get some walking in and get some physical activity and get to be in nature and all that kind of stuff. So again, I would just encourage you, if you have a passion that you want to pursue, don't put it off. Don't put it off. Just go do it. Nothing in life is guaranteed. And I hate when I hear people say, I don't hate anything. I dislike when I hear people say, yeah, I would have loved to got into that, but I just, now I can't do it because physically I can't do this or whatever. Just go do it and get into it and let me know. Make some comments. Tell me what your hobbies are. Tell me what you love to do. I would love to hear it. I love reading comments because you guys are just great and everybody throws in their things. All right, we're at 10 minutes. I want to try to knock this out. Lyric challenge. Yesterday was Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House. I didn't do one for today because I'm trying to shorten it up a little bit. Let me know if you want to keep the lyric challenge going. If you don't care, that's fine too. Fun fact of the day, a lion's roar can be heard from 5 miles away. To be more specific, a lion can roar as loud as 114 decibels, which is roughly 25 times louder than a gas-powered lawnmower. Nice. I used to live in Memphis with my brother for a little while, and in where we lived, you could hear the lion roaring at the Memphis Zoo, and that was super fun. I just thought that was neat. You'd be sitting out and you'd hear this lion roar. All right, guys, we're going to have a little more coffee. Camera 2, you didn't get a lot of love today. But we still love you, Camera 2. Let's read an inspirational quote before we go. I really enjoyed this one. A surplus of effort could overcome a deficit of confidence. That's a good one, right? A surplus of effort could overcome a deficit of confidence. Just got to keep trying, man. Keep going. Keep chugging. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like it if you get a chance. And as my pops always said, you can't soar with eagles if you hang out with turkeys. I love you. Have a great day. Goodbye.